everybody, it's Christina aka Miss Strawberry Bacon. I want to come to you and talk to you about the Maybelline's BetterSkin line, where there's a lot of reviews on like the foundation, the concealer, and the new powder that they have come out with. I even did my own review on the foundation and concealer last year. I did a different shade than the shade that I have in this video, but I will link that video down below just so you can see how that shade compares to the one that I have now. I wanted to make a video kind of doing like a review over the Maybelline Superstay BetterSkin powder that just came out, and I bought it in the shade 95 Coconut. If you may or may not know, I actually did a review because Maybelline has, you know, coordinating foundation and concealer that go along with the BetterSkin line, and I did a review on it, except this time around I have a different shade. This shade I'm going to be showing you today is 94 Almond. In the review video that I put up, I had 95 Coconut, which honestly, in my opinion, since trying the 94 Almond, 94 and 95 I feel like are the exact same deepness pretty much. 95 is just a smidge darker and 95 has more red undertones and 94 is more golden, so I decided to pick this one up instead of using the 95, which I've already returned. And this concealer is still the same. It's in 6 deep. It's the deepest shade available, and you know, I really love this concealer. It's very comparable to NARS, but I won't get too much into like reviewing these products because I already have, and I will link that video down below. I remember to link it so you guys can check it out if you wanted to know my original thoughts on this foundation. But overall, in a nutshell, I think this is a great duo for some good solid medium coverage. And I really love that they came out with a powder because I feel like now this is like a really good little trio. And so if you want to invest in like drugstore products that can get you to pretty much full coverage, I would definitely look into getting your own little trio of happiness with the Maybelline BetterSkin line, because I feel like they're really knocking it out of the park. But with that being said, I did want to show you guys how I like to apply all these products, so let's get started with that. So first things first, I do prime my face. I use the Hard Candy Primer Sheer Envy Ultra Light formula, and I just apply that all over my clean moisturized face. Make sure everything's nice and filled in and smooth. And then I go in with the Maybelline BetterSkin Superstay. I don't know where my mind is, but I do like 1.5-ish pumps. That's enough to get all over my face and all of that good stuff. I blend it in with my Real Techniques Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Just, it really buffs it in and gives me a nice, you know, base for everything to go on. And once that's nice and set, I go in with the Maybelline Superstay BetterSkin Concealer. Put it under my eyes, on my forehead, down my nose, on my chin, just the general areas that I want to highlight and or conceal. And this is a really awesome concealer. I don't have any issues with it creasing or flaking. It's great. And then, since I personally don't like to use a lot of powders I feel like have always been like hit or miss with me. If I do use a powder, it's usually a translucent powder, usually one by Makeup Forever or drugstore, the Rumble translucent one, just because I don't know, the colored powders, they don't in well for me. So honestly, what I like to do is I use a different type of brush to apply it, and it's actually a brush made for mineral foundations, and it just really helps just get it into, you know, the foundation and the skin. Because I feel like if I just use any other bigger fluffy brush, yeah, it sets the makeup, but I feel like it just starts lifting off my skin in a few hours and it just looks it just looks dreadful. So I experienced the same thing with this powder, even though it's a really awesome powder, and I feel like if you wanted to just pair the concealer and the powder together, it would be a nice kind of like everyday go-to look because it's very light, it doesn't feel heavy at all, and it gives some pretty good coverage on its own. I just don't like the feeling that if it just kind of sitting on my face and not really into my face to stay for the day, if that makes sense. But that might just be my bad technique of applying it. Again, it's kind of like hit or miss with powders. I still feel like this is a really good powder and a really good formula. I just don't know how to apply it correctly for my face, but so far really using a mineral foundation brush has really helped pack it into my skin and, you know, makes it stay and not start transferring, because I feel like if I go outside, the more I sweat, the more it starts to transfer. And I know it's the powder because when I just use the foundation by itself, I don't get all of that crazy heavy transfer. So I know it's the powder just kind of lifting off my face, which is not cute since, you know, I have a darker skin tone. So it's like when it rubs off, it's like really, really noticeable and not cute for any aspect of life. But that's pretty much like how I like to apply it, what my thoughts are about it. I think it's a great powder. I feel like this whole line is really, really awesome, and I feel like I haven't found a line where it's like I love the foundation, the concealer, and the powder together, because I feel like it's always just the foundation or just the concealer and like hardly ever the powder. But it's definitely something to check out, and I just wanted to put a video out there showing you what all three products look like on a deeper skin tone if you're thinking about buying it and you just kind of wanted to know how everything looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Thanks always for watching. If you have any other comments, questions, concerns, anything of that nature, leave it down below, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.